Well, in just a week, it's time for trick-or-treating, and you know what you need to get your kids ready, right? But did you know there's some things that you need to also prepare your pet for? Well, Dr. Nikki Eaton is a veterinarian at the Animal Hospital at Polaris. Thank you for being with us
Thank you for having me.
And you brought a special guest.
Yes, I did. This is Spencer. He's 5 months old, and he actually needs a home. So he's all up to date on his vaccines, and he's been neutered and everything, and he's a very sweet kid.
And he's very well behaved this morning as well.
He is. So I actually carried him in. He did not like the cardboard carrier, and he actually popped out of the cardboard carrier, but it's been very good in my lap the whole time.
Well, let's talk about Halloween and pets like Spencer. Do you see more injuries this time of year? Is that common?
Yes, it is. So certain injuries that we see is unfortunately people doing things to animals, terrorizing and torturing animals. It does happen. We see more animals hit by cars. Just those types of injuries we're definitely seeing on the rise this time of year. And we always know this time of year we need to watch out for that.
So as pet owners, what can we do to protect them?
You know, the best advice that I can give to pet owners at this point in time is that if you have a cat or if you have a dog that you keep outside, keep them inside right now. So that is just the best advice that I can give people.
Can you do anything for them? You know, I know a lot of dogs, especially with thunderstorms, get really upset, agitated. I would think when you have people ringing the doorbell,
yes.
Does that upset them?
Yes,
what can you do?
It definitely can. So what I tell people is Halloween is very much a different night for animals. So if you think about somebody ringing the doorbell, they're coming not as a regular person. They're in all these costumes, ghosts and goblins. Think of the stress or the anxiety that your dog is going through and looking at this, and it just does not make sense to them. So I always tell people the best thing that you can do on trick-or-treat night is put the dog away, give it a nice blanket, food, water, you know, a nice toy, something for them to relax. If you think the doorbell is going to bother them, put some music on in the background in that room so that they can't hear what's going on. But it can be very, very stressful for a dog.
We know the aftermath of it too. There's a lot of candy lying around the house. You know, cats like Spencer, very smart, can get into it. Are there particular things we need to be really careful of, particular candies especially?
So everybody usually knows about the chocolate and keep the chocolate away from the dogs, from the cats. But what people don't realize is there is a sugar substitute now called xylitol that's found in a lot of candies and gums, and that is extremely, extremely toxic to pets. So you need to keep that up. But also, if you think about it, a dog or a cat may not unwrap the candy, and what if they eat them and the wrapper gets stuck in the intestines, and then you have to do surgery and things like that. So in general, the rule is keep the candy up, away, far from the animals.
What if you want to bring your pets with you trick-or-treating? It might be a long time for them walking around. Is there any way safely to do it?
So these are the things that we have to think of. Is normally when we take our dogs for a